Hey, 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 we're back for another live. I hope you guys are doing well. My apologies, guys. I had to restart my computer, my laptop rather, because it was doing some weird stuff. But I'm here. I'm here. I hope you guys, y'all enjoying the new music. I'm trying to keep you guys up on the new music, okay? I'll be probably uploading some more tomorrow and switching out some of the old music because I'm kind of tired of it and updating some new stuff so you guys don't get bored. But let's get into the show because we got some real good topics. I got some tea that I got to spill on you guys because, baby, I was trying to give me a little nap, but can't do that when when my phone is blowing up with people trying to give me tea and stuff to talk about. So, yeah. But we're back. Let's get into it. Everything said in the video is alleged, in my opinion, and is used for fair use and entertainment. Thanks everyone for being in. Hello to everyone. All right, let's see. Give me a second here. All right, so first topic. We only have two topics. Okay, we have two topics. Yeah. All right. So as you guys know, Claudia Jordan and Funky Dineva just recently patched up their friendship. You guys know that they used to be on the show TGIF on YouTube. I used to watch a few episodes when they were on there with Al Reynolds. Y'all remember him? So it was Al Reynolds, Claudia Jordan, and Funky Dineva. So they kind of had this weird energy to where they wound up, Funky wound up leaving the show because he kind of fell out with them or whatever. But then he went back to his YouTube channel and started doing his thing. It kind of had some tension between he and Claudia Jordan as well. But they most recently patched up their friendship. And Funky was saying to Claudia that he wanted to, I guess, restart the show TGIF with all of them on the show, saying he missed her. He hugged her. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the video to refresh your memory. Then we're going to get into what's going on. Okay. Let's talk about it. Oh, y'all, I'm so tired. I did not get my nap. But let's get into the video. All right, so shout out to Oliver Twist. That's the homie. So shout out to him. I love me some Oliver Twist. If y'all don't follow him. He is a riot. Funny as hell. All right, so let's go. This is Funky Dineva extending an olive branch to Claudia Jordan and asking her to get TGIF back together so that they can all be back on the same panel again. Here it is.
This beach clips from TGIF, like where is the leg popped up, and go on to the next thing, Claudia popped up, and I was like, fuck. Like we had like oh my god. I thought about it. I said, I ain't really got no issue with that lady. Like I don't like. Yeah, there were certain things I didn't like, and I'm sure she can say the same thing about me. I was like, but bitch, Claudia was a good motherfucking time. Claudia was a good time. I want to work with you again. We had lightning in the bottle. We just fucking did. The space is there for us. Maybe Iyanla need to come in and sit down with all of us. I don't want no niggas involved. But here is what I am saying out loud and in color. I want a deal where all of us come in equal pay, equal say so, neutral producers. We will work again if you're open to it. We love it.
Thank you for that. I just want people around me to work to make money. And I really hated when Payton went left because I just think I always get blamed for everything. And I always loved your personality. I love signing on. And who cares if I didn't get along with someone else? That had nothing to do with me and you.
Correct.
And I think I got a lot of that. And it really hurt my heart too. And like, there's no way in hell that something that it's global, you guys.
Yeah, UK people, Africa people.
Yeah. Africans, South Africans, Europeans, like I still to this day get asked about it. So I'm glad.
Why do I feel like Funky was kind of rethinking that thing? Like, oh my God, I was missing those TGIF chicks. I mean, even though he does well on his YouTube channel, if you getting paid, I think he said $250,000 a year on TGIF, that's a nice little bag, okay? So to leave because of a few dollars that you were expecting to get paid and they didn't give it to you, and now you're thinking about it like, damn, that might have been an effed up decision. So you're apologizing to her to kind of make it right, as if she kind of didn't move on and have other things already lined up in her life that she may be ready to move forward with. Okay, so just because one person may be apologetic and ready to move forward and do something else or rekindle whatever situation, it doesn't mean that the other person's heart is in that space as well. Okay.
I always wanted
Some professional differences, but it was never that deep to the point where I hate that bitch. Like, I quit before it got far. I just left. So no, so directly out of my mouth to your ears, Claudia Jordan is not the direct. Well, I quit over $250. I didn't feel appreciated by Fox, so them hoes wouldn't.
Y'all hear that? So he quit TGIF over $250 when he was getting paid $250,000. I think he said a year. But you know, sometimes egos can get in the way and you make decisions that you absolutely don't mean to make. But because of your pride, you don't want to swallow it. You don't want to swallow your pride so you can swallow shrimp, lobster, and everything else. Then you kind of make decisions very hastily rather, and it can kind of bite you in the ass to where you got to go back and have a humble or eat some humble pie and go back and apologize to the people that you feel that you kind of acted a fool in front of, and kind of fix that situation to get back there. So this is him asking her, hey, please accept my apology. Let's restart this show again.
Even give me no goddamn. I said, if you won't give me the $250, can I have some health insurance? And you got on Twitter, was like, well, bitch, getting it from SAG. You did it. No, I wanted it from them hoes. But nevertheless, let's build. Fuck it. You're from Tasha K. Post this, bitch. Positive. I want to work with you again.
I do too.
And let's do it again and again and again and again.
Now, while I feel that she may have accepted his apology, sometimes it can be a little too late. All right. So let's move into the new announcement that's been made with Claudia. Okay. Let's get into it, honey. Because, baby, this might also ruffle some feathers with not just Funky Dineva, but also Carlos King as well. Because you do know that she's also on his platform over there as well. What is it? Messy Monday. She does Messy Mondays with him and Dustin. So let's go ahead and get into her announcement, and then we're gonna talk about it, okay? Because somebody else gonna be looking crazy. Somebody else's face about to be cracked. All right, let's get into it. So the announcement is that Claudia is not going to be rekindling TGIF to be on there with Al Reynolds and Funky Dineva. She is now going to be on. They're saying that Dish Nation comes to an end. Says that the new spinoff is called Side Dish, and Claudia Jordan has accepted a panel seat for that particular show. So it's confirmed that she has joined this new show called Side Dish. So let's go ahead here because she's going to talk about it. Carlos going to be clapping like he's happy, but I think deep down he's going to feel slightly, because he likes Claudia. He likes the energy that Claudia brings to the show. She has that real sassy vibe about her, which is something he was looking for after Dr. Heavenly left the show. He's looking for somebody else to match that energy, and Claudia stepped right in. Y'all know Claudia is a firecracker, honey. So I'm not sure who he's going to get to fill that space on the show on his Messy Monday with he and Dustin to kind of keep that ball rolling, with Claudia now getting ready to be busy working on this new show, Side Dish. Let's go.
Side Dish now. Yes, permanent.
Jordan is the permanent co-host of Side Dish, which is like a spinoff of Dish Nation alongside Head Crack, my boy, who I just love Head Crack, and also Tanner. I love Tanner. So that's a great gig. So is it 5 days a week?
But we will pre-record on Thursday, so we'll have Fridays off. So there'll be nothing on Friday. So I'll be off on Friday. But it will be there. Dish Nation is getting canceled, so they won't have that studio. So it will be remote. So I will be able to like just click in, you know what I mean? Which is good. I can still do my other projects, you know.
Hi. Yo, today's the last taping of Dish Nation. The last day. A few more shows gonna come on, but this is it. It's been a good run for like what? 15 how many years? Maybe 9, 10 years, 14 years.
Yo, thanks for tuning in and supporting us. This has been my camera.
So y'all hear that? So Claudia has now made the official announcement that Dish Nation is closing, but they do have a spinoff show panel rather that's going to be called Side Dish, and Claudia Jordan has accepted the position to be on there full time. She said that she may still have time for her other projects, but she did not say Mondays, which is when Carlos King Messy Mondays will be that she will be available on that day. She said on Fridays that she kind of will be off on that day, but on Mondays, of course, she will be filming and or recording for the new show Side Dish. So Carlos, y'all heard Carlos trying to get his plug in there. So will you have any free time? Like he want to still try to get her on his show to kind of keep it going. But ultimately he's going to have to find somebody else because she's going to be busy. He's going to be busy. And that's just the way it is. When you get new jobs, you kind of got to move along and do what works for you. So I wonder how Funky Dineva feels with Claudia kind of giving him a hug and doing the whole kumbaya and them agreeing that maybe they could get the show back started. But now she has accepted another role and it's looking like she's not going to be able to do no damn TGIF and being on this new show Side Dish. So I'm not sure. What do you guys think about that? I'm happy for Claudia. I like Claudia. She's very sassy. A lot of people don't like her because they feel like she has an attitude, a nasty attitude, and she reads the girls down a little too much. But I like Claudia. I think she's a beautiful girl, no homo. But yeah, so Carlos, maybe you're gonna have to eat some humble pie over there as well. You're gonna have to definitely hire somebody else to be in that spot. Who do you guys think will fit in the spot over there on Messy Mondays with Carlos and Dustin? Y'all can put it down in the chat. Who do y'all think? Who do you guys think will be able to hop up in there? Okay. All right, so that's it for that. Let's get into some Destiny news because I don't want to keep this video too long. All right, so Destiny, hold on. Destiny throws some shade. She goes live. She went live on yesterday. I'm finding out. Someone sent me this, and she went live. And of course, you know, a lot of people who are still trying to watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, they're still asking questions about Melody not being on the show. How does cast members feel about it? So it was sent to me. Let me go ahead and give a shout out to Who Knew, because that's where we're looking at it from, and I know she doesn't mind. So let's go ahead and get this up so you guys can see the shade that Destiny gives. The whole time this person is talking to her, she's fine with the interview, she's fine with this person coming up on her live up until they mention Melody. Her whole disposition changes, and she doesn't want to answer questions about Melody and the fact that they're still asking about her being on the show. She's bothered, you can tell, about them asking about Melody being on the show, and she throws a little subtle shade. All right, let's get into it. Shout out to Who Knew. All right, let's go.
Come on.
No.
Hey, girl. Don't be trying to not show your face.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
I didn't mean to do this. But blessings to you, honey.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye. I'm telling you that accidental request. What's up on some real 336? Lady Tut, Carlos Boykin. I can't talk today. Needing more. I got a lot of requests now. Are y'all just pressing the button to play with me? Because at the same time, I could be saying bye-bye. Y'all ready? Hello.
Hello.
Did you mean to join me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well.
That's good. I just rewatched the last episode with you and Nell.
Okay, girl. How you feeling? Did you enjoy it? Is your blood pressure up?
It was interesting. There were moments I thought I was going to go through the TV.
Ooh. You know, it's so funny to hear people's like real-time reactions. And I get people the calls from,
Again, shout out to Who Knew. Fair use.
People that are close to me like, girl.
It's like they always want you to be held accountable, but no one else is held accountable. I don't understand that.
Really?
Well,
Welcome to reality TV, huh?
I don't call that real. Reality TV is supposed to be real, right?
Well, depending on whose eyes is coming through.
Now that's true. Or what story you want to tell, or what perception you want people to have.
What you have.
Yep. Yeah.
Yes, she held a lot against you, but none for Lance.
Well, you know, my lesson and blessing in that is making sure that I take from that I hold my grown son accountable when I get to that stage in life.
Correct. Yeah, that was a bit much. So how are you doing otherwise?
I'm great. I am great. I am blessed. You know, there's always things that you can complain about, but I won't.
Yeah.
I am too blessed. I'm complaining about, but I won't.
Yeah.
I am too blessed. I am too blessed. And I focus on the things that feed me, fuel me, and bring light to my life.
Yeah, sometimes God have to show us a different way. And in order to get there, it's that thing called tough love.
Ooh, yeah, Lord, the Lord he didn't have me on that tough love list for a long time. I'm hoping.
But there is healing. There is some healing.
Oh yeah, it's been a lot, and it's been a lot of hard work. I tell you that. But you got to face you. It's tough.
Because you did great. And to go a little bit backwards, I was a little disappointed that you and Mel could never get back on a good path.
Well, you know what? For me, I'm gonna respect the wishes of somebody that wanted to leave the platform, and I really don't have much to say about that.
Well, for her to leave the platform was one thing. That's her own growth. But for you all not to even attempt the friendship, and I thought,
baby, you watch the show. We attempted.
Oh, okay.
So this is her way of avoiding having a conversation about Melody. Now she's so busy. She's jumping up from the live and acting like she have other things to do, which I think is so fucking rude. If you ask a person, or if a person tap in to come in on your live and you pull them up, respectfully sit your ass in and have a conversation. If you don't want to talk about it, let her know, I don't want to have a conversation about this. Respectfully, let's move on. And do you have another question maybe that you would like to ask? Because I kind of don't want to expound on this situation right here. And I just said that off the top of my head, like something like that. Don't just get up and walk away and make the person feel like, well, damn, I'm kind of sitting here on your platform on, by myself. And I just asked you a question and you're kind of not engaging with me or acting like you're disinterested in what I'm talking about. That's very rude.
Because I thought y'all friendship was good.
I'm sorry, making a mess. Okay. You know I'm recording, right?
Because, yeah, I didn't like that. Very rude.
There were moments I thought I was going to go through the TV.
You know, it's so funny to hear people's like real-time reactions. And I get the calls from people that are close to me like, girl.
It's like they always want you to be held accountable, but no one else is held accountable. I don't understand that.
Now, see, she's bright-eyed and bushy-tailed as long as people are saying, oh, girl, hey, people don't want to see you be held accountable. People don't, people want you to be held accountable and no one else is held accountable. So as long as it sounds like the conversation is going towards praising her, then she's engaging. But when it seems like some accountability is being had, or she's asked about something that she don't want to talk about, is, oh, let me get up and leave the live, and then maybe they'll just stop talking about it. Let me act like I'm so busy or I got to go over here and get something and just leave this person here looking crazy on my live. Like, no.
Well,
welcome to reality TV, huh?
I don't call that real. Reality TV is supposed to be real, right?
Well, depending on whose eyes is coming through.
Now that's true. Or what story you want to tell, or what perception you want people to have.
What you have.
Yep. Yeah.
Yes, she held a lot against you, but none for Lance.
Well, you know, my lesson and blessing in that is making sure that I take from that I hold my grown son accountable when I get to that stage in life.
Correct. Yeah, that was a bit much. So how are you doing otherwise?
I'm great. I am great. I am blessed. You know, there's always things that you can complain about, but I won't. Yeah. I am too blessed. I'm complaining about, but I won't. Yeah. I am too blessed. I am too blessed. And I focus on the things that feed me, fuel me, and bring light to my life.
Yeah, sometimes God have to show us a different way. And in order to get there, it's that thing called tough love.
Ooh, yeah, Lord, the Lord did. He didn't have me on that tough love list for a long time.
Not long enough, and we're going to get into that here in a few minutes after this here message. Okay,
I'm hoping.
But there is healing. There is some healing.
Oh yeah, it's been a lot, and it's been a lot of hard work. I tell you that. But you got to face you. It's tough.
Because you did great. And to go a little bit backwards, I was a little disappointed that you and Mel could never get
disappointed. I'm a little disappointment.
Get back on the good path.
Well, you know what? For me, I'm gonna respect the wishes of somebody that wanted to leave the platform, and I really don't have much to say about that.
Well, for her to leave the platform was one thing. That's her own growth. But for you all not to even attempt the friendship, and I thought,
baby, you watch the show. We attempted.
Oh, okay. Because I thought y'all friendship was good.
I'm sorry, making a mess.
Okay. Rude ASF. That's fuck. Okay. All right. So let's stop it there. You guys see how that went down? All right. So she actually did an interview, and I want to show you guys this because there's some more shade being thrown. Okay. Let's go ahead and share. Because I don't know if you guys saw that. Okay. I don't know if y'all saw that. Get back there. All right. Let me share. This shit here. I said, child, you at some point you just gotta grow. You gotta show some growth, love. You gotta show some growth. Okay, I ain't mean to share that again. Jesus. Okay, that's the one I need. At some point you gotta show some growth. If you're doing the same shit you were doing seasons ago, it's showing you don't have any growth whatsoever. So Destiny did a interview, all right, with what is it? InStyle. On this, what is it? InStyle Atlanta on YouTube. It was a YouTube interview that she did with InStyle Atlanta. All right. And she gets very candid about some stuff about Martell, about her feelings with Melody. Of course, there was more shade. They also asked her some stuff about Ken and Trish. Not sure why they're asking her anything about their relationship when she don't have a solid relationship. And any relationships that she's currently involved in is fucking toxic. Okay, and we're going to get into that here in a second. But let's go ahead and look at just a tad of what was said.
Here from Martell, or did she support Melody? Take a look. We all know we've been seeing the videos on social media with Melody and Martell, and we know you're friends with Martell. What is your relationship like now, currently, with Melody?
For me, Melody's left the show, and God said go, and I wish her well.
What is your relationship and or friendship like with Melody? That didn't have nothing to do with what she just asked you. Shade.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because she has been on social media with allegations saying that there was some abuse that was recorded, but it wasn't aired on TV. And we know that you're very close to Martell. So we just wanted to know where you stood with her. Your loyalty lies with Martell?
My loyalty lies with Right.
And an exclusive.
How does your loyalty as an advocate for abuse? Let's talk about it, because you have this whole Destiny's Law and all this other stuff where you're advocating for women who've been through abuse, because you're saying that in your marriage with LB, you went through all of this damn abuse when there's definite proof that you were putting your hands on him. Allegedly. And now you're sitting on a platform where we now know Martell has been found guilty of harassing communications, which is a definite sign of abuse. Okay. He was originally charged with DV. Okay. Domestic violence, third degree. There's also paperwork through DHS where it says that AB used his children, his son to be exact, okay, twisting, turning, pinching, and all this other stuff, making them eat hot sauce as a form of punishment, spanking them, corporal punishment. We know about all of these things, okay, which are signs of ABU, something that you say you advocate for. But then you sit up here on this platform, on this interview, and say that you are for what's right. What is right about you going up for this person that you know is a whole trash individual and that fucked up his whole marriage and had a whole outside child on his ex-wife. What is good about that? You said you're up for what's good. So just because your relationship did not go well or in the direction you wanted it to go with Melody, and she made it very clear she did not wish to be friends with you anymore. So now it's you giving everybody your ass to kiss, Destiny, because they're not fooling with you. You have the same mentality as Martell. Martell feels the same way because Melody has cut him off, or have cut him off rather, that now he's going to be the biggest bitch that he can be towards her. And it's given that you're going to throw as much shade as you can throw in I guess agreement with him, and to show your allegiance to him as well in whatever interview that you can get on, or any live that you show your face on. It's given that you still pressed and are bothered in a way. All right, let's go back to what she had to say, because I was just like, oh, okay, because when I heard she did this interview, I said, let me see what she has to say. Let's go back.
Is Destiny here for Martell, or does she support Melody? Take a look. We all know we've been seeing the videos on social media with Melody and Martell, and we know you're friends with Martell. What is your relationship like now currently with Melody?
For me, the Melody's left the show, and God said go, and I wish her well.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because she has been on social media with allegations saying that there was some abuse that was recorded, but it wasn't aired on TV. And we know that you're very close to Martell. So we just wanted to know, where are you still with her? Your loyalty lies with Martell?
First of all, let me say this before she says, oh, well, let's go ahead and play it, then I'll do my commentary.
My loyalty lies with right.
And an exclusive.
So your loyalty lies with what's right. When you were the same person, and I just showed the video the other day, when they were in Las Vegas, Nevada, the cast, when Marceau had to jump out of the pool to grab Martell because he was being mad aggressive towards Melody. Melody said he was throwing things and hitting her in the face as well, which the cameras chose to not show on the show. So, but y'all saw Martell raging and Marceau having to grab him in like a bear hug and whisper in his ear saying, my hands are not going to come up off you. I'm not letting you go, because he was so out of control. And clearly you could see that he was in a trance and his eyes were just like fixed to where he was ready to snap the fuck off. But Destiny was also in the kitchen holding him back, seeing this aggression and standing there looking like, okay, I'm so tired of this. But then you sit on an interview and say you're with what's right. So was that right? Was that the right behavior for Martell? Because it's not like you haven't seen him be abusive. You've been on this show for quite a few seasons. You've seen him screaming in her face. You've seen him be aggressive towards her. You know about their custody arrangements and all of their court dates because y'all have the same judge in the same courtroom. And I know that to be factual. So these are things you know about. So is it because you can't be 100% transparent and tell how you really feel because maybe Martell knows some of your shit too? Because we all know if Martell have receipts on you, you can't 100% be transparent, because then he gonna spend the block on your ass. So it's given that you don't want to go against him, because now you have a certain allegiance to him and you have to do that. Y'all get where I'm coming from with that? You with what's right? Oh, okay. Miss Advocator. I've never seen a person who advocate and then turn around and appreciate the bullshit that they see when it relates to abuse. You can't advocate and appreciate. Okay, those two don't go. I know they sound the same, but they don't. Yeah, they don't go together. All right, let's continue.
For InStyleLanded.com, Destiny Payton from Love and Marriage Huntsville talks to Miss J and Sheldon about this season, Trisha, Martell, Melody, and what's going on in her life. This episode was brought to you by Nothing But Cake. Take a look.
Tell me how you feel about Trisha and Ken's relationship.
I'm sorry.
Listen, there's so much is said and what's not said.
I'm sorry. I went back to a moment that
again, shout out to InStyle Atlanta, fair use.
Actually was filmed, so I don't know if I can do this. Literally, I feel like, Lord Jesus, they asked me that question during the season, and I turned into Miss Sophia at the kitchen table, confused.
Right.
Confused.
So I mean, and tell us what you can, but if you can't, I mean, I don't know if I see it for them. I think they're both beautiful people, separate, but I just don't know if I see it for them.
Not it. Interesting segment. Make sure you tune into InStyleLanded.com to get the full scoop from Destiny Payton on Love and Marriage Huntsville and what she thought about Trisha and her latest updates. Tune in. Nothing Bunt Cakes has released their Cheers to Autumn collection, apple cider and Biscoff cookie butter for 2 weeks each.
All right.
So
what y'all think about this?
Is Destiny here for Martell?
What do y'all think about what she had to say? All right, so let's stop sharing. You guys heard that. Let me get back to my main screen because now it's time to spill some tea. I love tea. Don't y'all love tea? I love tea. Let's get into it though, okay? All right, so for the advocator for ABUs, let's get into some things that was just dropped upon my desk. All right, this is exclusive information. So anyone watching my channel, if I hear it anywhere else, I know it came from me because it is what? Exclusive. All right. So Destiny. So you guys know that there was an incident that I reported on a few weeks ago about Destiny and LeBeric's son, Law, correct? Where he was suspended from school. He was on the bus and he had an altercation with another student, and I think it was a teacher as well on the bus, where he was hitting and or fighting or whatever. So they suspended him from school. Now, for those of you that don't know, LeBeric is in charge of Law's education, okay? He makes all of the decisions per the courts. Destiny has no say in that. Now, when it relates to his medical, where he goes to the doctor, she makes those decisions as the parent, as the mother, because that's what the courts have deemed her to do. Now, Law school, let's get into it. Law goes to the school that was chosen by LeBeric. His school is like 5 minutes, I'm hearing, from LeBeric's house. So he is in very, very close contact with Law's education, his schools, his teachers. He's in very, very close contact with them to know what he's doing, making sure he's not in trouble, he's on task, he's not fighting, okay? So now, most recently, it's been brought to my attention that Destiny filed some paperwork against LeBeric, okay? Recently lying on LeBeric and saying that he is still using corporal punishment against their son Law, and also that of course y'all know they were saying that LeBeric could not, you know, spank him and all of those things. So she went to DHS, okay, or DHR, which is what they call it there, to report LeBeric in an effort to, I guess, take away his parental rights and to, you know, all that stuff that she was trying to do before, to say that he was still punishing him, still spanking him, All right, so DHS was called on LeBeric with false claims against LeBeric, and those claims were dismissed after an investigation, okay? So this is the second time that Destiny has filed something, has come against him, his parenting, to try to get his parenting, his visitations, etc., and stuff like that taken away from him. You guys remember when they went to court the last time, where the judge had Destiny hand LeBeric over when she was keeping Law from him in terms of his week with the child. 9 days she kept Law from LeBeric. LeBeric had to file a motion with the court. They asked Destiny to bring Law to the court, and once she did bring Law to court, the judge asked Destiny to hand him over to his father and asked LeBeric and Law to leave the courtroom, in which Destiny showed her ass, screaming, hollering, and crying, and was doing the fucking most. So there was an investigation done into this claim that Destiny filed on LeBeric most recently, and as I just said, that claim was deemed to be a I guess false and unverifiable, and it was dismissed. Okay. A letter was also issued to LeBeric of dismissal of those allegations, okay, from DHR. So they did give him a letter, something in writing showing that whatever Destiny filed against him was not indeed factual, okay, and that they were not charging him against it, and they were not investigating him any further on that situation. Okay, so of course LB had to be, LB meaning LeBeric, her ex-husband, had to be back in touch with his attorneys again as related to the situation with Destiny. So some paperwork was filed most recently. If you guys want to go out there, y'all can go and pull it up. All right, for Destiny's recent shenanigans against this situation. I'm not sure why she's fighting him on this, because he absolutely wants the very, very best when it comes to their son. He's gotten him a speech therapist because he needs it. He's making sure that he's doing well in school. He has all these other ramifications up for their son, whereas Destiny don't even take him to school like she's supposed to when it's her week, allegedly. And these are all, I don't even have to say allegedly, but I'll say it just because, we like to be cute. But these are things that I have actually verified. Okay. The week going up to Labor Day, Law didn't even go to school the entire week. He missed a whole week of non-excused absences. Okay. I'm going to say it again. Non-excused absences. He was out of school an entire week going up until Labor Day on her week with him. Whereas when he's with LeBerick is helping him with ABCs, numbers, checking in with the school, making sure he's out of trouble, all of that. But with Destiny, she's fighting him on every single hand in order to keep filing motions, in order to keep up mess. And every time she does it, they dismiss it, or they don't follow up or reprimand him for anything because they can't find anything whenever she files it. So to be honest with you, if you want the very best for your son and you want him to be at his very best, he kind of has some delays as related to like speech and all of these things. It would be, in her best interest to put her feelings aside. And I keep saying, I feel like she's punishing LeBerick through their son. Y'all know that was a while back. She was saying that when she did a live, I remember she did a live. I still have the screenshots for it, and I should have probably pulled them up, where she was laid back on the couch on live crying, saying that her son, she had to take him to the hospital because something about LeBerick hurt her son. That was found to be non-founded. There was nothing to that. So my thing is, if you love your child, and I'm not saying she doesn't love her child, but I think if you want the very best and you have his best interest at heart, you will want to work with your son's father versus against him. You see, he's doing everything in his power to make sure that your son has everything that he needs, financially, educational wise, etc. Mind you, you still owe him, Destiny, almost $20,000, and you've gone and filed that on bankruptcy to avoid paying it. But this is for your son. So my thing is, you have to put your differences aside, no matter if you don't like this man or not. It at the bottom line, it comes down to your son, the best interest of your son. You cannot keep punishing his father through the son. When you don't take him to school like he's supposed to, that's hurting him. You know how far a child gets behind when they don't go to school for just one day? Imagine a whole week. Imagine a whole week, especially if they have stumbling blocks. We'll call it that, okay? Especially when they have stumbling blocks. It's not fair to the child. I don't know what the hell she was doing, if she was filming, whatever the case may be. If you're that busy, let him stay there that week and you guys switch weeks. But to keep him out of school for an entire week, like, that's just reckless as a parent. And all of those missed days were unexcused. So at some point, you got to step up and be a parent and stop all of this, kicking against the brick when it comes to you trying to, wreak havoc and file all these stupid ass motions versus just following what the courts tell you to do. They gave you all of this stuff in writing through court orders for a reason, so that things can run in order and in a smooth transition. But if you're going to continue to keep fighting and filing motions when shit is already in place, like, what is the point? I don't understand it. It's at this point, it's becoming that you want to be problematic, that you want to continue to fight, that you want to continue to keep shit going, when the person that's ultimately being hurt in the end is your son. It is. She has a very nasty attitude. And if she doesn't check that, and if she doesn't realize that at the end of the day, your child, that's what comes first. I don't give a fuck about no filming, none of that. If your child needs to be in school, that's where he needs to go. Because at the end of the day, it's against the law, first of all, not to send your child to school. But if you're deliberately keeping them out of school for a whole entire week, he has to go to speech therapy and all of these things. So you have to make sure that you're doing as a parent what needs to be done, or that can look neglectful. It can look like you're neglecting in a way. I'm just saying, I'm a parent. I get it. My son goes to school every day, unless he's sick. That's the only time I keep him home. Every day. I mean, because they fall behind. It's impossible to catch up after. And granted, he is only in kindergarten, but still, when you have different milestones that you're trying to meet, okay, if you have different milestones and different things that's going on with the child, you definitely want to make sure you have them there every day. But that is it, and that is all. What you guys think about the information that I just gave you guys? It is actual factual, and if anyone feels a way about it, it's commentary, it's news, it's information, it's fair use at the end of the day. So I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you guys so much for being here, and also for my mods. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here in this video. It's a shame. I really want to see the situation going in the right direction, but it takes two. Both parents have to be here with it, okay? And you can't let your feelings continue to lead you in different directions that you don't need to go because you're trying to punish somebody, maybe because they left. I don't know why she has all this disdain for LeBarrett. Okay, and I'm not just blaming Destiny, because it takes two. I'm pretty sure he may say some slick shit or whatever to her too. But bottom line is, as parents, you got to come together and make it about the child. When you're making it about you, you mad and you can't do what you need to do as a parent. It's you. It's about you, not about the child. And that shit got to stop, because it's ultimately going to hurt the child. Okay, seriously, I've seen a difference in his behavior when he's with LeBarrett on videos versus when he's with her. We already saw it where he was screaming in the background, don't unalive me, don't unalive me. And she's steady telling him, don't say it, don't say it. And he says it again. Whereas when he's with his father, he's sitting quiet, he's eating his food, he's watching TV, he ain't running around jumping up doing karate chops. He's calm. There's a difference in, it's just a difference. But prayers for the whole entire situation, because y'all know I'm very passionate when it comes to children. But that situation right there, that's some bullshit. But thank you to my mods. Scorpion Miss, Sweet Essence, Rose Armstead, True TV Podcast, KBR, Tyra. Those are my top flight mods. Thank y'all for doing an awesome job. Also, thank you to the content curators who may be in the building. Thank you, Schoolboy, Sunny Days. Thank you, Simple Mom Family TV. Thank you, Purple Unicorn, the Stu Queen B, Just a Tea, please. Deary Talk, if you're in the bushes, thank you. Miss Didi, if you're here as well, thank you. Mods, can you please let me know if there's anyone else in the chat before we get out of here? All right. Yeah, this is a hot mess. This is a hot mess. This is a hot, boiling, steaming, barbecued, sauteed, fried mess. Okay. Nobody else. That's it. Oh, Black women in the building. Thanks for being here, love. Black women in the building. Thanks for stopping by. Okay. You guys check out all these content creators that I just named. All right. And again, keep your notifications on. If there's more breaking news, then I'll pop in. If not, then I will see you guys tomorrow for Car Chronicles. Okay. Have a lovely, lovely Sunday until the next video. Goodbye. Let me get my bye.